Hey, how are you?
Doing well.
I like your hat.
Thanks. So, tell me a bit about yourself and Ignite.
My name is Darren Terpstra. I'm going to go with 29 years old. I live out in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I've played games for a long, long time. The first game I remember playing that was like a cool modern board game was our cousins taught us Settlers of Catan when we were super young. Our cousins would bring games over when we would visit our grandma and grandpa. And I remember playing the German version of Catan, and I don't want to sound like super hipster or anything, but we played it before like anyone else really even knew about it. Like it was only available, I think, at the time in German. We only had the German version. Like if you got a development card, you had to read through like this little thing that like explained what all the development cards were in English that was like printed out. It was just like super hilarious because obviously I can't read German. And so we loved that game. And then every time we went, back to grandma's, our cousins would have something else like Carcassonne. We played Carcassonne like when I was super young. We played all sorts of games like that. And we realized like how awesome board games could be. So fast forward, through college and all the craziness of college and stuff like that. And I really started to get into modern board gaming again. And I remember playing Dominion the first time, and I was like, I hate this game. Like, I thought I was going to do good, and I got last place, and I don't understand what I did wrong, and it just, like, drove me crazy. But then I think I gave it, like, a month and then played it again, and then the second time it sort of snapped. Like, I figured it out. And so from then on, I was just, like, hooked with deck builders because deck builders are so strategic. Like, every decision you make from the very, very beginning is either going to help you or it's going to hurt you. It's either going to be, the card you look forward to in your deck or one that you're like, why did I even buy this? This is not a good decision. And so we just loved, I just loved deck builders. And so after playing Dominion, 700 times and then playing other deck builders like Marvel Legendary and Thunderstone, just all of these different ones. This is before Clank is even, a thought in someone's mind probably. I'm like, I really want like a battling deck builder that has a map and you can like push people into lava and you can like, fight. And I always played Fire Emblem when I was a kid, which has sort of like the squares, battling back and forth sort of thing. I grew up playing Lord of the Rings Risk with my friends and I love Blood Rage, things like that with a lot of player interaction, like getting in each other's faces, battle, stuff like that. And so I really wanted something that would allow for that sort of player interaction, negotiation, begging, all of that together with the deck building mechanics. So that's where Ignite came from.
You told us at Dice Tower West that you've been playtesting for a couple of years. Can you tell us the process of playtesting?
So in the initial version, we actually had like a weapons triangle like they have in Fire Emblem, but it just got too crazy, so we took that out. But I just had this idea, and so I remember being at my friend's house and just writing on these business cards, like little regular business cards that I got from a printer that were just blank, like as cheap as you can get blank business cards. And I would write the name, the cost, and how much honor it gave you, and those are the only things that we would put on it. So then we would play these games with friends on a Go board with little like Puerto Rico pieces, and you would like stack little things on top of them to show how much damage they have. You would have like an 8.5 or 11 by 17 sheet that would just list out all of the effects of the cards. And so someone would be like scanning down the thing and they're like, unicorn, give me a unicorn. And so we'd give them, this little business card that just says unicorn and like the cost and whatever. And so we would play that and, we would prototype it, pretty quickly because we would, hey, spells are too powerful. The person that got spells like destroyed everyone. So then we took out, all of the honor of spells and like put it into the lore that spells is what's turning the world bad. So they don't like using spells. And we figured out that you should only be able to sell one card in the bazaar at a time because the first person to get to the bazaar would just sell their entire hand and have like a super massive card second turn. That's not, a good thing. But that's how it actually started. And then from there, you start getting some card art. You start actually putting the cards in a way that it looks nice.
Yeah.
And then you get those printed. I think we did it through a local print shop here in Colorado. And yeah, it just sort of grows and gets more and more pretty as you go. But it's a really good time when people want to play a game again when everything looks terrible.
How are you promoting your Kickstarter?
Yeah, so I think promotion is something that a lot of first-time Kickstarter people forget about. I've really been doing the legwork on Ignite for over 4 years now, and for about a year and a half, 2 years, I've been promoting it at conventions. I've been active on social media groups. I've been talking about it with people. I've been showing people. I've been, asking for feedback, all of this sort of thing, so that people, when we do launch, they recognize us. They recognize, oh, this is that guy that was working on that thing. I want to take a closer look. And then if you can really, knock their socks off with how good your campaign looks and how awesome the game is, then I think that's the best way to do it. Obviously, we'll also be doing some marketing stuff like, Board Game Geek ads and Facebook ads and just things like that. I come from a marketing background, so that's like no-brainer stuff for me. But I really think that the promotion beforehand and building that core audience is where a lot of people drop the ball, and that's where a lot of the just hard work is really necessary. I've literally slept in the back of a car before outside of a convention center in like a Walmart parking lot because we didn't have budget to put me up in a hotel for a couple of days. So like, you just got to put in the grunt work and keep going and just keep on being passionate about your idea and know that you're creating a wicked awesome game that people are going to love, and put the effort and put the passion into it on the front end. That's what I would say.
Where did you get the idea for Ginger Snap Gaming?
Just really that love for it is what got us into it. And then we've been building games that we think people will really like and that aren't already created. Like our second game is called Rocket Cats, and it's sort of like Worms Armageddon meets Robo Rally. So it's just like chaotic cat fun, like all across the board with, grenade launchers and, rockets and jetpacks and all sorts of stuff. So just really fun stuff. We try and make sure that the games we make aren't like anything else out there.
Thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Me too.